Okay, now we're going to look at some basic making shapes. Always try and use the shape tools and adjust them. It's the easiest way to do it. Also to keep the lines simple and the shape simple, using the M tool, you can also click and expand. You have a few different shapes here, but you're most likely going to be starting with the shape one here. Make sure you've got a new layer. You can separate them based on furniture or just write furniture. So I'm just going to write tables. You can look up online to see a few different designs you prefer, but usually these are pretty simplified. When we are making a chair, we want to keep it in about half a meter shape, which is one of these squares. If you want to use the direct selection tool, drag, select either of these and make it look more chair shaped. I might actually do half of that to give the illusion that the chair is actually under the table. Use the direct selection tool and hold shift and make those two sides smaller. About that size, and I want to add a table. So a table can be a meter by a meter if it's just a standard sort of dining table, depending how large you want to make it. So I've already got one of these shapes, so I'm just going to click and drag. You can hold shift to keep it in line as well if you hold option and shift. Click and drag with the selection tool. Hold down option or alt. And if you hold shift, they'll go straight. Line them up at the bottom, right click. We want to transform and reflect. I want to reflect those horizontally, so they'll reflect up. Press OK. And then we have our first table. So this has half a meter outside of each seat and also half a meter between each seat. You can adjust these based on how much size you're going to have within your cafe. I might decide to have this as a slightly smaller table to fit the space. I can click and drag to group those together. Right click, group, and then I can just select it, hold down option or alt, and just make another copy. And you'll see that you get the guides as well showing up. So I would not suggest putting tables like this back to back, because it'd be really hard for people to get out of their seats. Also think about a walkway room, we need about half a meter between each of them. So lining them up appropriately as you need them. If you then want to rotate one, you would click here on the side, you can have an angled one. If you want to have them perfectly right angled, just hold shift as you turn. It does it in 45 degrees and then 90, and you can adjust and move things into their space. If you want to reuse any of these shapes, and then V for the selection tool, hold down option and you can click and drag. See, if I've clicked and dragged from that shape, it's going to stay connected to that one. Now it thinks all of these are a group. So if you want to reuse any of these elements, I would suggest ungrouping them first. And then you can individually select them and hold shift and take both of these. Side. Oops. Shift and select both of these, and then hold option and click and drag that away. selecting this holding option. And we can see when that pink line goes across it diagonally, we know that's a perfect square. Lining them up, and now I have a little two-person seat. The same thing goes for other shapes that you have. Something usually like a toilet is again the size of a seat. Both of them 1/2 meter. Selecting the direct selection tool, shift, selecting these two corners and rounding it out. It's a very simple sort of taller shape. There's different ones if you want to use them. I would not make counters that you have anything out like a working counter with a coffee machine more than 1/2 meter deep. It becomes too difficult to clean. Remember to also include things like your sustainable features. So if you have a water tank or if you have a feature wall or something like that. So let's just say I want to make a feature wall. You can use a strip like this, like a thin strip against a wall, or you can make something so I've made this sort of erratic shape. Click and drag to select all of them. Use Pathfinder to group them together. So I have this kind of wobbly edge here. If I take this straight edge, put it on top of this one like that. Select both of them and I'm going to divide them. If I use my direct selection tool, which is A, select this and delete it. Select this and delete it. These two bits as well. So now I have this sort of bush or green wall I can put up against something. Several different options if you want to make plants or something like that, or plant leaves. Using the direct selection tool, holding shift, pull these in together. You have one plant leaf. Basic shape. I can option make a copy, resize it smaller, rotate it 45 degrees. And if I give it white fill for the insides, there is a plant. Again, this depends on how you want to create this. I'm just going to make a slightly smaller one so you can have several different plants. You keep them jagged or all the same across, it's up to you. Any of the shapes you might need, remember keep it practical to the floor plan, make sure there's even flow through the design, and good luck with filling in the rest of your floor plan.